We in this bitch. Boar. Welcome. Motherfucker. Problematic. They don't want the beef. Nah. Bars, bitch. Well, you already know what that fucking loud-ass EDM music usually means when you click on one of these videos of my ugly mug in it. Yo, what up, though? We are back in this bitch. Yeah, me and all my split personalities, all my best friends. Nah, man, we got some shit for you guys, baby. Night and Jay's project is coming to a close. It's already on this fucking last final step of being done. We're gonna be putting pen to paper on, seriously putting pen to paper on BW shit soon, and I have Courtesy of Cthulhu dropping in 2 days, or 2 versions of that on the 19th and the 22nd. The Cypher Tape is out. Everybody's been bumping. It's been doing good. It's almost up to 2K right now. So shit, everything's been rolling, man. Oh, I had a long week, just fucking constantly going to work, tired and eating caffeine until I go to sleep as soon as I get home type shit. Been knocking out some of this Call of Duty every now and then, getting some work done in the studio. So, it's been average, fucking week. But I was scrolling around the internet today and I saw this thing, I guess Melly Mel says Eminem ain't in the top 5 because he's white and all this shit. And it's just like, dude, I don't understand the race thing. Like, it's a skill set. It's a I don't know what you want to call it. It's a art. It's an art form. You're going to have good artists, period. It doesn't matter what walks of life. There's probably some little kid in Ethiopia right now that paints better than Bob Ross. You know what I'm saying? It's just how it is. I've had arguments of people that are like, oh, this person's the greatest martial artist in the world. Maybe known to the world. But I'm willing to make a bet that there's somebody that's training right now because they're too busy training than worrying about who's the best. You know what I'm saying? And I'm willing to bet that the most humble person is out there and they are the best. But in music, it's super subjective. It's not as easy as, who's the strongest or who's the fastest. Some people like certain things and certain aspects about certain artists or music and others don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, for me, the beat and the melody don't matter as much to me as the content. Like, I'm listening to a song, not a beat. If I wanted to listen to a dope beat, I'd listen to a dope beat. But damn, your boy, Zero up in this bitch. Ugh, it's awesome. All right, I guess I'm going to play some shit while I try to share this out. This is definitely depressing. Cypher Tape Volume 3, baby. Check this out. I want to play The Real. I'm not even on this one. Check this out.
This what happened when a couple real MCs link up. Night. Chris Dukes, your homie Jay Tragic. The trad beats a mumble rapper not needed. Hip hop is the expectation we exceeded. Can't believe it. These lames got a million plays, but can't perform worth a damn when they get on the stage. Gone off the lean in the studio, falling asleep. Sipping for 7 days straight. No wonder niggas is weak. Phenomenally, people listening them over me. It's tragic to think your homie not getting love in the streets. Fuck that, we gonna put our dukes up and fight back. That shit trash. I point the finger at you like iPads, my bad. I ain't mean to come off like my dad, but I'm sunning all these rappers. I patted that ass. Time out, little buddy. You need to chill. How you still in the streets, but you got a deal. You gon' end up getting indicted to kill. All you gon' get from the cypher is the real.
Yo, my name is Duke, so you know I keep 'em up. Here's a little lesson for you rappers ain't keeping up. I'm from an era where we say what we feel. So here's a little lesson, definition of real. The art's for repetition, rhythm, and real rhyming. No rookies, we are rare like red diamonds. E is for big business, meaning we enterprise and we ballin'. I mean the E is for evolving. I won't stop on this mic, and now they mad at me. Give them a chance, I give an A for audacity, and all this is free. You should be paying a fee. So the A is for agree, you ain't messing with me. But the whole crew nice, I know you all hearing it. Dirty B on the beat, I know you all feeling it. Mumble rappers around, I know they all missing it. They ain't real, cause the L is for illiterate.
The realest in the building, they do feel what I'm spilling. I'm willing to get these kills, stack my bills to 1 million. While they stealing flows and biting, I'm writing my thoughts. Everything is from the heart, whether you like it or not. I'm right here fighting the odds, spot every night for the cause. They all rocking with a homie cause they liking the bars. I'm the truest, I do this, never out of pocket. Pass the rock to these other guys, they bound to drop it. I'm the better option, just stick to your gut. And listen when I say there ain't no MC sicker than us. How we deliver, conduct business, I'm here living it up. Until I finish with some riches, I'm not giving it up. I can't get me enough when half you bitches just front. I keep it real in the field so I get what I want. All facts, if you ain't come with it, then fall back. Y'all mad, every lyric you written is all cat.
Like my real motherfucker, got no million plays. The type of dude can murder beats in like a million ways. It's really all dependent on just how I feel today. Better clear the way and understand this man is here to stay. Yeah, me and I got no fear of heights. How could it be that my spirit mics here at night? It's appearing like you ain't hearing right. Earn my stripes like a tiger, burning bright like a fire. Rap like I ain't got a choice, it's required. Thinking of breaking the beat down, I feel super. Coming at me, you'll never be found, DB Cooper. I'll count the fucks I give when I hear you just muttering. Cause I am the one with zero, like the number 10. Vertebrate, I can vertebrate, check the murder rate. Heard today that you earn your base, slurring on every verse you make. But you know you gotta get that bag and sip that stag. Go drink some lean and flip that jag, motherfucker.
This what happened when a couple real MCs
Facts, though.
link up.
I'm just saying, that's what happens.
Chris Dukes.
Magic, baby. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Man, this is pretty sad. I love running these. I love throwing these podcasts by myself. They're so fun. Nah, man. So back on tip though. I really honestly don't think that it matters what color his skin is, because I've always just valued dope artists. I don't really care what you looked like. You know, when I was growing up, my first favorite artists were Big L and Big Pun. You know what I'm saying? A black dude and a Latin dude. You know what I'm saying? And Eminem was out. You know what I'm saying? He existed. ICP existed. And, you know, they weren't my favorites. Eminem was in my top 3. He was right there after Big Pun and Big L. But they're more important to me. They're more influential to me. And they will always remain above him on that list. And so will Tech 9. No, I say it goes in order of skill. It goes Big Pun, Big L, Tech 9, Eminem, Hobson. Argue with me. I'm just saying, bro. All those artists I just named on any given beat will give you a legendary verse that you'll never forget. You know what I'm saying? It's something that's for the history in the making. And just to hear some of those artists that have worked together, you know what I'm saying? I'm kind of mad that Eminem hasn't reached out to Hobson yet. You know what I'm saying? He deserves a little piece. These guys, man. Anyways, yeah. So you know, the whole race thing just needs to be taken out of that whole equation, because skill recognizes skill. That's all there is to it. Doesn't matter what color you are. And I just think that Melly Mel's hating. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, he's from the original era. He's from the very first like solidified era of rap. So he's an elder. He's allowed to have an opinion. And with every single person, you're allowed to have your top 10, but you're not allowed to say that another artist does not deserve to be in that spot because you don't like them or you don't agree with their skin color or whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? That's not only is it racist, but that's a piece of shit move, and it's very ignorant. You know what I'm saying? For you to just cast off your fucking ability to recognize skill because of skin color. And it's like, nobody complains, literally nobody complains, but actually they encourage it. You know what I'm saying? When you see, you know, other races that aren't white fucking succeeding in metal. Like, a lot of people are like, dude, that's dope. Look, fucking the bass player from Metallica's Mexican as shit. The lead singer of Straight Line Stitch, She's a mixed female. You know what I'm saying? Hootie and the Blowfish. You know what I'm saying? Dropout Kings. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you see it done, you're like, damn, that's dope. You know what I'm saying? So I don't understand why Melly Mel didn't get the same thing in the opposite way. Why he didn't get like, damn, that white boy can spit. All right. No, instead he got like, oh, he's appropriating my fucking thing I do I didn't start in the first place. So I have no fucking right to say who can participate. It's just fucking dumb, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, Joe Budden's worse though. Like, fuck you. Like, you're a guest. You know what I'm saying? You got 2 fucking hits, and neither one of them are actually hits. Like, nobody cares that they exist. Nobody's like, come on, somebody put on Pump It Up. I haven't heard it in so long. I just want to hear it right now. Nobody cares, Joe Budden. And Melly Mel, to be honest with you, I know the name, and I know the era. I don't know a fucking drop of your music, homeboy. You know what I'm saying? And it has nothing to do with, you know what I'm saying, fucking your era. It just has that you've never crossed my radar. Nobody's, because, you know, Dougie Fresh, motherfucking Humpty Dumpty, you know what I'm saying? There's a bunch of dope ass, everybody from the Digital Underground, there's a bunch of old ass rappers that are cold as fuck. You're not one of them, bro. Sorry, and this has nothing to do with your opinion. It's just I have never heard of you musically. I've heard of your name, but I've never heard, nobody's been like, dog, he's up there with the best, bro. Nobody fucking with Melly Mel. Your name is dumb as fuck anyway. But anyways, yeah, no, it's just I'm not a fan of people using, you know, race and gender and politics to bend their opinion on things. You know, I'm not going to conform. I'm not going to be one of those people that fucking suck the industry's dick because they say that's how you make the money. I don't care, bro. You know, and like, there's a difference between not resisting and not participating fully. Because, dude, to be honest with you, you're an adult. You're in America. You can do whatever the fuck you want. But don't tell me I have to change the way I speak or act because I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. So when you get those things where people want to put you in an out group, it's just like, why can't we just be in? Like, you know how much money Melly Mel and Eminem could have made together if they would have just did a song instead of all that shit talk? Well, Eminem, I'm highly positive that he didn't say anything back. Why would you? Because, I mean, dude, I just sit back and take all the criticism that people give me, on good or bad, and I don't say anything. It's not your place to. Somebody has a way they feel, and they actually their opinion is very valuable. Like, the fact that they don't like you, it's either a personality trait or you have something flawed in your style that you need to fix. And no better way than having somebody address it. So I've never had a problem with criticism or anything like that. But you know, when somebody tries to put me in the out group or something like that, that's when I have a problem. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, like the whole there's a discussion going on basically about, I'm not even going to get into that. We're not going to go down that rabbit hole. Let's talk about something awesome. So, word is, not even just word is, it's been pretty much confirmed, 93% confirmed. Because for sure that Jason Blum and Todd McFarlane are in cahoots on Spawn. Where it's going to be shot is still up for grabs. I think the budget for it was $10 or $25 million. It's not a lot of money, but with the idea he's got, he probably doesn't need a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? It probably cost him a couple $100,000 for the CGI he's going to need. Then he's going to have to pay for the actors and so on and so forth, and then budget. But set budget and shit and food. And I don't know. I don't think that it's going to be that big of a project, because what he's planning on doing is following Twitch and the Fat Officer. They're going to be the protagonists. Or antagonists, whatever, the main characters, and it's going to be like a horror movie in a way, because Spawn's going to be the monster of that movie. But we all know Spawn, and I guess he is a monster in a way. But so it's going to be one of those kind of things. So I don't think you need some crazy budget like the movie they fucked up for Spawn. You know, they probably blew $80 million on a piece of shit movie. No hate against Michael Jai White. He did his fucking thing. Spawn himself and Clown were dope. Even Win was alright. he was all right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think I would have picked Sheen. But anyways, it was just the setup of the movie, the corniness, the lack of blood and tits. It was just, it's a rated R comic book and cartoon. Why would it be a rated PG-13 movie? So, and the story behind that is, he couldn't get fucking any of the other major companies to be on board with them, because I actually just listened to an interview about how he started Spawn in the first place. And so he used to work for Marvel and DC, and he did Spawn covers and or not Spawn, Spider-Man and Batman. And where he got kind of like his like foot in the door of uniqueness is when he was working for Marvel. When he was doing the Spider-Man covers, he kept on getting called into the like director's room, and they're like, or you know what, corporate room, and they're like, yo, so why are you making this fucking spider web all, you know, weird, like which is the way that it is now, like the classic Spider-Man web? That's Todd McFarlane's design. Then they're like, yo, why you keep on making his eyes so big for his head and this and this and that? And that was another thing that he did that stuck. Those two things, two of the most iconic parts about the Spider-Man costume, you know what I'm saying? Like the big buggy eyes, and I don't know, just the webs have like a scientific look to them instead of a natural look. You know, they look like reinforced fiber rather than like, you know, silk. So I don't know. I feel like that was a dope decision to make, because Spider-Man has been forever altered and we love it. Anyways, so after a while, they're like, well, all right, it's kind of hard for us to tell you to not do it now because we sell more comic books than we ever have, and the fans love the new design. So I guess keep doing what you're doing. And basically, he at DC they had a similar thing, not like you know, a experimentation problem or anything like that. But what happened was, their contracts were about to be coming up, him and the other 22 or 55, whatever fucking artists that work for these companies, and they realized that they are the best in the business, and their bosses are making money hand over fist when they're the reason that they have a product in the first place. So Todd McFarlane and a lot of the other artists, I think all the other artists, got together and we're like, yo, when contract renegotiations pop up, we making a little bit more or we're walking. And they're like, well, all right, well, I guess you're walking then. And they did. And those 50 artists or whatever went on to make Image comic books. And they had a plan to make $90,000. They would have been, not only would they have broke even, but they would have been able to get a little bit of money off of $90,000 if they would have made $90,000 off of in a certain time frame on the first issue. Well, it turned out they made like $1 million a month. So yeah, and it still goes on to this day. People still are buying them by the bulk load. So when they're sitting down, like, yo, what's our shit? You know, every artist had their own little thing, their little side project. And I guess Todd McFarlane came up with Spawn when he was 16 years old. And, yeah, the rest is history, man. And, you know, he's one of the first super prominent African-American superheroes. And, yeah, I mean, I guess, you know, that you have to take that with a grain of salt because it was done by a white dude. And it wasn't for any reason in particular. He just said that, you know, Spider-Man, when he was drawing Spider-Man, he always had his costume on. And, you know, people just assumed he was white. And it's like, why you assume he's white? You know what I'm saying? So anyways, so that's why he was like, fuck it, he's a black dude. It fits it. It makes more sense, like just the attitude and, you know, the grittiness, or I don't know, however he, you know, came up with the idea. But Al Simmons is a super, super complex person, and to give him the powers of hell and expect him not to be a little bit traitorish, I don't know what to tell you, man. You know what I'm saying? You snatch him out of a life that he planned on walking away from, and then hurling him into an even worse situation. Yeah, you're gonna either break a man or you're gonna cause him to snap. and you don't want that with Spawn. Spawn is one of the few superheroes that, you know, his superpowers aren't like crazy. So he still uses guns, bombs, knives, swords, whatever he can use. He'll break your fucking skull. You know, I feel like HBO did justice. They did really good because they basically covered the first like 9 issues of the comic book in a television show. But what they were, I don't think they were able to do at the time is to display the true violence that is possible in Spawn. You know what I'm saying? Like Billy Kincaid, one of the first villains, you know, he's a fucking pedophile that killed like 10 kids and escaped 22 times from prison. At some point, he's got to be put down. That's all there is to it. You know what I'm saying? And Spawn is the one to do it. Unfortunately, when he goes to hell, he gets a bunch of crazy powers. But Billy Kincaid ended up no more as soon as Spawn found out about his existence. Now, that's some real shit right there. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to, you know, Two-Face, Joker, they're a bunch of criminals and, or like psychopathic criminals. They have no, like, guidance or anything like that. I don't know. Anyways, but while we move on, let me see here. Joe's the only one dude to be bodied by every big artist in the 2000s and not blow. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, no, he's trash, bro. Joe Biden, this is pure dog water, son. All right, you guys ready? I'm about to give you guys an exclusive. Nobody's heard this before. It's never been heard before. Check this out, you guys. This is for you. This is for you. Actually, I'm going to give you this one right here. Check this out.
One bright day in the middle of the night, 2 dead boys got up to fight. Back to back, they faced each other, drew their swords and shot each other. The deaf policeman heard the noise. He came by and shot the 2 dead boys. If you don't believe this lie is true, ask the blind man, he saw it too. You know the name by now, the flow insane, most the same out here. Me, I'm trying to get to the global fame. I focus aim below the chamber when I hold the bang and take the beat. I'm known to corrupt it with several vocal layers. I wrote for me, but most you strangers understand the meaning. Never thought I would have seen the reality with Brandon streaming. Now I'm making moves, you do with nothing in particular. Nowadays doing shows is extracurricular. Rappers now have dumbed it down enough, I'm back to pick it up. Send us to sicker than Catholic ministers sticking dick in ya. A Viking villager is axes is condenser mic. Isolation shield on my wrist for a defensive fight. Collect the light and leave you nothing but the dark around you. Possess the minds of your friends, make sure they often doubt you. Close the walls around you, block infinity as a one-man army. You come and box your infantry. Motherfuckers talking but they not considering. I might fuck a pussy up like a boss delivery. My vicinity locked, time to spew flames. I can get the dude's name to my shooter and pay him a loose change and still get the job done like Dennis Rodman. It's odd metaphysically, but lyrically he's God sent. Nonsense, he's just a potty mouth rap acolyte, studying the greats, trying to write his best rap tonight. Fuck the world, it's time for payback. No diamond in the rough, just a hypodermic needle in the haystack. Undiscovered underground, underwear and fucks to give. Rap has always been my life since I was just a kid. Fuck the ops, I'm just trying to be the one on top. Coming up the block, nothing stop me like a juggernaut. Dear Cthulhu, who do I murder rhyming? Breaking the virgin's hymen and sacrifice him on a deserted island. Perverted violent and more than willing to smoke a victim. Wicked poet spitting his veins dripping corrosive liquids. Oh, the vicious. Detroit make hell look like Palm Springs. Nothing as hot as my boss scheme, sturdier than the swamp thing. The city raised me, I'm really crazy, I've been in tune with all the talk in the streets, I really get it too. But if you ever stepping through my stream of revenue, the several dudes dead have left the room in the reddish shoe. Deadly bars, I'm here to demonstrate what it's wrote for. The squad ready for whatever, don't provoke war. Fuck the elite, we'll leave them broke whores. Here the weirdo smoke more than any other rapper known in folklore. It's not a joke, boy, I thought he would've made that. Try to jump us, we'll grow a garden full of face plants. This is the end, but I'll leave you here with this little message. If you think this song don't make sense, I did this shit for venting.
Yeah, just a little something for you. Yeah, know what I mean? But yeah, nah, shit, we got some bangers on the way, baby. Got some stuff that I can't really talk about, and I'm looking at it. I wish I could play it for you, but I can't just yet. But I do got one more for y'all. Before we get to talking about some shit. So, This one right here, this is featuring my dude. Shout out to Electric Avalanche, that boy, the truth. He needs some vibes in his life, baby. You know what I'm saying? And let me tell you, man, he's one of the coldest motherfuckers I know, and he deserves nothing but the best. You know what I'm saying? He's been nothing but a good businessman so far. He's been nothing but a good friend since we became friends. So this song right here is going to be pretty dope. I think you guys are going to like this. I enjoyed it. I wrote it months before I sent it to him, and I didn't know exactly who to get on here. And after I heard his verse on Night Shit, he had this like exhibit vibe. I was just like, that's the one. So here we go. Without further ado, this is I Just Got a Lambo featuring Electric Avalanche.
I just got a Lambo.
I just got a Lambo, you don't want a land race. With the vocal tracks, I overlap them on a bad day. 17 grams, that's a roach in my ashtray. Dirty in the studio, Bruce Wayne in the back cave. This is money up front, don't play no damn games. You the only one dim in the room like a lampshade. I'm in your face like Nelly and Heather Band-Aids. Mad fame, star of the attraction, it's Max Payne. I'm in the fast lane, straight cruising past lanes. You can see me snatching your family, your shitty track plays. It's trash, man, my campaign, popping champagne. Backstage before the performance, about the rampage. My hands wave in the air, watching fans rave. Poison in your veins, food for thought, here's a mandate. Can't wait, like a new battle coming from past day. Rest in peace, homie, we love you, that's a damn shame.
To hit the bando with unlimited ammo. Dirty with the kick and I'm funky with piano. 40 in the clip and extension on the handle. All these foreign cars, I need a new one. Bro had the green Lambo, I had the blue one. No bull, I got pull on set. Avalanche, I get you full on wet. The way I move to the cornbread is too jiffy. Ain't no gentle way to say it. I ain't never been no pussy. Ain't no other way to play it. Ain't no killer, but don't push me. I get roadhead on the go, then pussy. In the can, ho, I'm the man, understand, and I'm rocking with the band, though. I got the plan, she ain't a plain hoe. This beat is too fly, but it's got a land, though. But I'm still
What the fuck? Yeah. I just got a Lambo. No, I didn't. No, I found that little vocal snip and I was like, I think that could be a song. But yeah, man, I've been getting these weird writing vibes lately. They just come and go. I'll spend 4 days where it's just not prevalent, because like every day I'm doing something, and usually I have to spend, like, if I want to write some really, really profound bar heavy shit, I need like 3 or 4 days of just absorbing media and having my feelers out looking for like things that I could extrapolate. And I fill up my phone's little notepad pretty quickly, and then usually once I get to a point where I feel like I got plenty to work with, I'll start something, and then as soon as I feel like I might be stuck, or I'm like, I don't know, like the idea is blurry in the background, I'll just open up the phone and see what I've been jotting down, and I'll scroll through the list, and there's only so many things in the human English language that rhyme. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much all vowels. So somewhere in there, I'm gonna have something that's close, if I, do my due diligence. So, a lot of verses you guys hear, like at least, 50% of them are either written on the spot, where I just I love the beat's speaking to me, or I'm in one of those moods where I just have to drop something that fucking every bar punches you in the dick. And if that's the case, there's a little bit more research involved, but it's still essentially the same thing. The beat's really guiding that. And, I can't express this any harder. Like, every artist out there, no matter what the beat is, you have to let it speak to you, and you have to learn how to communicate with the beat. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about when I say that there's songs where you listen to and then, like, say it's a feature. You're listening to it and the main artist fits the vibes, fits the key, fits the tone, fits the vibes. You're like, this is right. And then his feature comes on and it just seems like it's from a different song. Like, it just doesn't line up, even though clearly it's on beat. Clearly there's things that align with the title, but that's about it. And I find that the best way to navigate this is to really, truly understand the beat before you get to writing it. Not understand it in the way of, like, structure and shit like that, but vibe to it for a minute. Do something. You know what I'm saying? Maybe smoke. Maybe, you know, like, in the process of rolling up a blunt, just absorb it subconsciously. You know, and then when you go down to write, once you have, like, a good familiar feeling with the beat, like this mutual understanding of how this is gonna work out, you're gonna be my beat, and you're gonna be my bitch. You know what I'm saying? And I'm about to dominate you with lyrics, and that's all there is to it, and you're just gonna have to take it. And the beat has to resist. You know what I'm saying? The beat has to be like, no, this ain't a hit yet. No, this ain't a hit yet. No, this ain't a hit yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, that has to always be echoing in the back of your brain, so that way every take is the right take. You know what I'm saying? You're like, I said this word a little off. Don't be lazy. Go back. Fuck that. Redo the shit. You know what I'm saying? Because the relationship you have with that beat is gonna, the end product, the pregnancy, will be what the fans get. The end result, what you the listener ends up hearing. That is the end result of you having courtship with the beat. You know what I'm saying? And I think that most artists understand this concept at least subconsciously, because they don't even really have to be well in tune or even that skilled. Is just embedded in them. I know artists that, like, don't have the greatest vocabulary and delivery that can ride a beat like it ain't shit. They just fit in it. You know what I'm saying? Their content might be a little whatever, not as full as I would like it, but there's so much there that makes more sense. So I don't know, I let a lot of stuff slide, like 50 Cent, for instance. 50 Cent has never been, like, the greatest lyricist alive. He ain't got no bars. Well, he's blow off your top like a Jack in the Box, whatever the fuck that one bar, that was all right. He's got a couple on some G-Unit shit, but to be honest with you, he's not, like, the most lyrically prowess crazy killer, but he's got a style. He fits the beat right. His hooks are always just the fucking jammy jam. His melodies are they're catchy. And then when he does talk, like I said, it may not be the most fucking super lyrical shit you've ever heard, but the content is solid. You could for sure get ready to go rob some motherfucker or take over some corporate business meeting listening to some 50 Cent. That's all there is to it. You know what I'm saying? He just makes that kind of music. And like I said, put him in the fucking battle ring against Jadakiss, and he's going to get smoked. You know what I'm saying? Like, Jadakiss, here's another artist that has a different thing. Now, he ain't got no singing voice. Yeah, obviously. You know what I'm saying? He ain't got the craziest melodies on the planet. He ain't got these fucking hooks that you remember forever. But he's got them bars. You know what I'm saying? That's the only things you can't have. You could either have an extreme amount of skill set and fit right, or fit just right and just be dope. You know what I'm saying? And, like, I'd like to think I'm trying to get to that latter part still. Some people would say I'm there. I would argue otherwise. You know, every artist has to be self-critical, has to really examine why they're doing what they're doing. I think about it all the time. I can't, I'm not drinking. I'm totally sober. Totally sober. Listen, from the heart, let me tell you this. I know every artist pretends like this is not a thing, but all the time, not like a quitting thing, but in the back of my mind, I'm like, why am I doing this? 33 years old, about to be 34. You know what I'm saying? I'm not famous from it yet. Why do I do this? And I don't ask this question into the ether for it to be a rhetorical question. I'm asking myself. And my answer is because I love it. Because without music, I would be nothing. If I was capable of tears right now, I'd fucking cry. Like literally, music is me. I don't know what I would do without it. Not even just as a listener. If I wasn't able, if you removed one of my things that I need, you know, my brain, my eyeballs, my ears, my tongue, my hand, if you got rid of any of these, my life would be fucking torture and miserable. Every day of my life, I would wish it to end. I would hope a fucking comet hit me in the face, because I'd never kill myself. But if you removed my ability to make music, you've maimed me beyond maiming. Dude, my voice is cracking just thinking about it. Like, dude, so when you ask yourself, why are you doing this? Fuck the money. Who cares? I love money. And I will do all the other things in the world that I need to do to make the money. But music will always be fucking something I do. I don't give a fuck. You could be like, oh, dude, you're 72 years old. Why the fuck you still making? Because I got bars, bitch. And until I'm fucking dead, or like I said, until you remove my ability to make the music, I'm always going to make music. I have to. It's been my journey since I was 11. I'm about to be 34. It's never going to stop. So I would like to make money off of this music. I'd like to make a cohesive existence, but I'll tell you what, I'd be just happy making music. So the fact that we are making moves and things are happening and we are starting to see some revenue, we're starting to see some results, we're starting to see new opportunities open up, it's all becoming a lot more worth it. But every artist has to at least once in their entire career of writing, and like I'm one of the most like boastful of that. I try to like tell people, because I do write every single day. I don't, or I at least engage in music every day in a way that's productive towards my career. Not every single artist is like that. A lot of artists, I feel like nowadays kind of just do it because it's cool or for like a passion project kind of thing. But for me, it's a religion. It's a different experience. When you hear a garbage rapper, you're just like, I'm not going to listen to that. That's not good. Let's not play that again. When I hear it, it's blasphemy. It's fucking blasphemy that it's famous enough I'm hearing it and it ain't good. It ain't even remotely good. Because there's music that I don't like, but I could agree it's good music, I guess. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I mean? Like, let me give you a good example. Kid Rock. I hate Kid Rock. You know what I'm saying? He's just fucking obnoxious. But when his music comes on, it's decent music. I'm not about to go look it up. I am the ball god and fucking ball with a ball. I bang, diggy, diggy. Or the Cowboy Baby song. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not a big fan of that music, but when it comes on, it's like, okay, I could understand why people like it. There's stuff that I hear and I'm like, what fucking squirrel that's been ran over twice and still somehow survived and eats fucking crayons likes this shit? What deaf community did this person make this music for? This is made for people without fucking ears and brains. I'll hear music and it's just so dumb. Like, it's so absolutely void of content or even just delivery or juice, and everything that you want in music. A lot of shit just doesn't have it. I'll hear it and I'm just like, not impressed. So much not impressed that I can't even enjoy this music. I wish I could think of it. Okay, I can. All right, that. I don't know what the fuck the song is, but there's some stupid little thing that's going around right now where the dude's like, she gave me that. I don't know, he makes some kind of fucking noise. And that's famous? People are singing that shit. What? It's something that I wouldn't even do drunk making fun of somebody doing bad music. You know what I'm saying? And that's a hit song. Like, if I knew somebody recorded me doing that, I would beat them to death before that thing saw the light of day. And that's a fucking hook. There's lots of shit like that. But then, I guess, when times change, so do opinions sometimes too. But I think some things will remain dog shit forever. Because, back in the day, I used to not like Chingy. I used to be like, he ain't got no bars. You know what I'm saying? This shit's weak. You know what I'm saying? He's just saying things. He's just bragging, really. he's just bragging about stuff that he has, and I've just found out about the guy. How did he get all this stuff? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. So, you know, at the time I just wasn't feeling him, but then going back listening to Holiday Inn, he may not have bars, but that was a fucking hit song. Yo, what up, though? What's up, Jeff? What's good with you, baby? Welcome up in this motherfucker. So, yeah, no, I was just talking about just, you know, the mentality of an artist. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of times we doubt ourselves in like the most productive way, but you kind of need a reminder every now and then that you are doing the right thing, even if you feel like you're not. Because if you just constantly experience failure over again, you're not really gonna grow. You have to have a little mixture of wins with the losses, and that's how you know you're traveling at least down the right direction. You know, I think my first big change in my music was I used to walk up to every random person in the street and just be like, hey, you listen to hip hop? Check this out. Good cop, bad cop, call me at the crack spot. Well, you know, I got better shit now, but when I was, 16, 17 years old, this was a different story. And I was passionate. I really felt everything I was saying and everything I was doing. But one day I walked up to this old black dude on the block, and he had like fucking some R&B playing on the radio behind him really low, smoking a blunt. And I was just walking past, and the feeling hit me. I'm like, yo, what up? Hey, you listen to hip hop? He's like, yeah, sometimes. I'm like, all right, bet, let me spit for you. And I'm like 7-8 bars in, and he's just like, stop, man. Listen, I'm not trying to be mean or nothing, bro, but you just sound like you reading it, and I don't see any paper. I'm like, oh, my bad, it's okay. Thank you for your time, man. But that fucked with me, bro. It hurt my soul. Because I wasn't holding paper. I felt what I was saying. I thought, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just wasn't expressing it properly, obviously, because this dude said that I was fucking robotic. So, at first I was mad at the guy. At first I'm like, this motherfucker doesn't know what he's talking about. Fucking motherfucking old ass son of a bitch. I don't know. After a little while goes on, I start to like think about what he said. I'm like, well, he wouldn't. I'm a complete stranger, and I'm young. He could have, I was real young, and this was a big ass old dude. You know what I'm saying? He could have got off that porch and fucked me up by myself. He had no reason to just lie to me, or to blow smoke on my ass, or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? So instead, he decided to hit me with a nugget of knowledge. So I took it as that, and I really tried to understand what he was saying. Like I knew this material well enough where I had it. Yo, what up, Sprite? I knew this material well enough where I had it memorized, but somehow this guy was not impressed. So my little 17-year-old self's brain just started grinding gears and started pumping through the logic of, all right, obviously I need to figure out a way to say this that's more understandable or more like expressive or whatever. So obviously subconsciously throughout the time of writing and having this in the forethoughts, eventually it did change. I got to this point maybe like 2-3 years later when I had, the makings of a recording studio, because my first time recording was, I was 16. There was no easy to get, studio equipment or nothing like that. What we had was Sony Acid Pro and one of those microphones from Best Buy that sit on your desk and they look like a stick. And that was the first iteration. And I made a lot of garbage music for MySpace and stuff. They got a lot of plays, and I had a lot of fun. It was the growing stage. But there was a point after maybe like a year or so where I went. I guess I'll break down my my next chapter. It's really quick. My next chapter was a shoe with a Rock Band microphone for the Xbox. And stuffed in it with a pantyhose tied around a fucking coat hanger stuffed under the shoe. That was my first real microphone, I guess. Because that microphone wasn't terrible. Dude, for a USB fucking just the first of its kind USB too. This is Xbox. This is 2000 and whatever fucking days. So anyways, after that, I started messing around with my boy Bars Burgundy, and he ended up getting a MXL 9 or 770, a little cheap mic, but it was the first time I've ever seen a professional microphone outside of a studio. And, well, you know, as professional as you can get for $79. Probably a lot more back then. It's probably like $150. But anyways, we set up a little thing. You know, I had to do a lot of research to figure out how to get it to fucking work and go into the program. And I was already messing with Fruity Loops by then, kind of producing. I was trying my best. And, you know, one thing led to another. We figured out some other shit, and I ended up working for these artists that ended up trading me supplies for studio time, and here we are. So there was a time, though, during my recording where that thought hit me again. That thought from that fucking old dude sitting on the porch hit me while I was listening to some of my music that I had recorded over the years. And I'm like, okay, I listened to my first recordings from the fucking Best Buy days with that shitty mic, to the Bars Burgundy days, to the first fucking, you know, the setup I had until now, which is like, you know, the same setup in a different location, a little bit more knowledge and a little bit more comfortable workspace. And I'm just sitting there, I'm like, I really did sound like I was reading it. Fuck, bro. And I had that shit so memorized, I was walking around the street spitting it like it was fucking the anthem, bro. And I just wasn't delivering it right. So hearing that, I started experimenting with my voice a little bit. You know, obviously it sucked. I would do this stuff, then I would yell, and then I'd fucking, you know, I'd be down here like this. I tried everything, man. I went through every range that my voice is possibly capable of. I tried all kinds of different cadences and deliveries, and for a while it was super unorthodox. But I think it really kind of snapped in probably about 5 years ago. About 5 years ago, which is crazy that my journey's probably, because I started when I was 11, so that's 22, about to be 23 years in the game that I've been writing. And in the last 5 years, I've had the most, accelerated rated development. So let me go over some of these comments in a second. I'm sorry I missed out on a lot of stuff, but I was just trying to get my point across. Y'all know my ADHD, I'll fucking lose my train of thought. But yeah, no, that one little nugget of knowledge turned into a very useful thing. So that's why one of the reasons I started this podcast in the first place was Cthulhu Caverns was the studio. And this is meant to be like a behind the scenes whenever artists came over, or whenever I got an album coming out to talk about stuff. But then it turned into almost like a therapy in a way, where I got on here and I talked about all my opinions about hip hop and with other people and their opinions on hip hop. And then I started inviting guests, and then it turned into what it is now, this monster that, you know, 5 viewers ain't much. Sometimes I get 1,000, sometimes I get 100, sometimes there's 50, sometimes there's 5. You guys are usually in here, you know what's up. I don't care. All I know is that the people that do come in here, they're here for either knowledge, fun, or just loyalty, you know, for the most part, just to the brand, you know what I'm saying? If you guys, you know, a lot of people fuck with me, so they like to come through this bitch, and I appreciate that. But what drives me insane is knowing that people stay and fucking absorb the shit. So, obviously, I want to learn more. I want to learn more so that way when I come to this podcast, I have more to teach. I would love to be taught more. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love when I meet people that are either farther down a path that I could have chosen as well, or on my path that have taken different options and have either, you know, leveled out with me or have exceeded me in such a way that there's no way to top it. You know, like one of my people is Tragic. He's one of the few people on this planet that I'm not envious of at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that he deserves everything he has. You know what I'm saying? He's a hardworking man, a good father, a good husband, fucking had a bad troubled past, figured his shit out, got his shit together, every piece of his expensive ass studio equipment. I mean, he's got fucking everything, you know, all kinds of, you know, hardware, and the U87, my favorite microphone, fucking Yamaha 6s, acoustic panels. That shit's beautiful. It's a professional, it's way more professional than mine, and I like to consider mine pretty professional. You know, like, he's got, you know, double, triple, quadruple what I got. And he still treats me as a peer, and still treats me, you know, like we're on the same path. But, you know, just knowing that I'm league, at least one league, you know what I'm saying, below the man, and that he, you know, we could still have this mutual respect for each other. But also, I don't, like I said, I'm not envious of him. I know the guy, and I know that he fucking, hold up. Sorry. And I just realized that my phone's playing shit. My bad. Damn it. Alright, so hold on. Let me go over some of these comments right quick. My bad. I know I've been babbling. The Best Buy mics. Yeah, dude, look, old school. Facts, happy Friday, fam. Thank you indeed. Please like this stream and share. Oh, thank you. Yes, indeed. No way, that was my first mic too. That Rock Band USB joint. Mad funny that you said that. Dude, listen, we all start somewhere. Oh yeah, thanks for sharing the link. Let me go ahead and pin that shit. I've made you my moderator, right? Hold on. Pin. God damn it, stop! Dude, Ryan. I hate that. Jesus Christ. Alright, anyways, let me get through here. Sorry, facts. So Sprite said facts. I've been traveling around Cali the last 3 weeks to just breathe from healing from the car wreck 15 months ago. Loads of content, solo travels. Oh, we got Mozzie up in this bitch. Sorry, I'm trying to get somebody in here that's having a problem. I see Mozzie up in this bitch. Dude, stop! All right, we just got mad snow. I don't know where you at, but Michigan, we just had a crazy ass snow that the next day the roads are clear. Now we got another crazy snow coming. All right, where do I send some heat rocks? Oh shit, you want to send something, bro? Shit, we'll play some music. Let's get it. Here's my email. Send it to me. I'll play something for y'all. Or I'll play some Mozzie. What the fuck? Mozzie, the truth, bro. Actually, that shit you just sent me earlier, your verse is pretty fucking fire, bro. I just forgot to message something back to you. I don't think I listened to the whole audio file you sent me, but the video you sent me with you spitting was dope. But damn, New York and Wisco got snow. It's all good. I'm bringing my friend Jeep Isis. What? Oh, Iris, so there'll be I can't drive through. Yeah, facts. Jeeps are pretty dope, man. I actually had probably the least good Jeep. I had a Compass, and I got stuck a couple of times. I was a little disappointed because it was a Jeep, but for the most part, I've seen them motherfuckers pull through, baby. But anyways, so yeah, Mozzie, send something through. You know where the email is, and I'll play it for you. But let me stress that I do have a new album coming out in 9 days, and that's part 1. Part 2 comes out a couple of days after that. I just want to give you guys time to digest the first one. I ended up having so many tracks. Actually, there's a bunch that didn't make it too. I ended up compiling probably like 50 tracks before I had decided to split them up. Or, well, I gave them to Jay, and that was his suggestion. So let me give you something, baby. Check this out. I'm trying to give you something I haven't played for you. I don't know what this is. Check this out.
Dirty boy, the realest. I came from the block, turning cocaine into rocks, going the same with the squad. Too dangerous to stop. Push me, you might awaken the gods. I'll fade over rhymes, lacing them. I've never been able to stop. Been around the block and traveled the avenue. Battle with the shadows that follow me through the path I knew. Money on the line, I use your family for collateral. If it's dead or alive, I guess death will just have to do. You couldn't last a day in my shoes if we face swap. I could blow your mind, nothing left of it but some brain slop. I can pull hell from the sky, summon a space rock. Something like a 4-ton titanium raindrop. I ain't done with these pussies, another spare twat. Take him up to space just to flush him out of the airlock. The slide dresser, I kill him, apply pressure, and let him just die next to his bitch in the 3rd trimester. You don't wanna start a war, feeding with the carnivores. If you ever want a problem, I can easily solve it. Come and get the revolver and let it go. You don't wanna start a war, feeding with the carnivores.
Me and my crew battle each other to see you nice and cold. You gotta be tight with flows, brainstorming lightning bolts. Throwing Tyson blows on the mic, off of the thermostat. I got perfect stats, compared to me you're a circus act. I hit the block and rob a shady nerd. They get the profit, just watch me, I'm shell popping like a baby bird. Now they concerned, but there's nothing to really do for them. Soon as they come out, they getting spanked like a newborn. Having piece of my waist that tastes deadly speech. Even with the close-up photo, nothing ahead of me. Regrettably, I got enemies still alive and well. Will they remain that way? Only time will tell. You don't wanna start a war, feeding with the carnivores. If you ever want a problem, I can easily solve it. Come and get the revolver and let it go. You don't wanna start a war, feeding with the carnivores. If you ever want a problem, I can easily solve it. Come and get the revolver and let it go. Boy, courtesy of Cthulhu coming soon. And listen, bro, it was awesome making these two. And there you go. We got Courtesy of Cthulhu Part 1, Strange Magic, and Part 2, Opening of the Gate. Now, I know I got some dark names, but you guys already heard the music. It's not dark music. I'm just, I like to keep the theme of Cthulhu and the Space Wizard shit. I don't know what it is, but it's just I don't know. You know? It's hard to explain. It's just my fucking vibes, baby. Oh, he says sent a premiere bet. All right. Well, we're about to play some Mozzie up in this bitch. Some obviously new shit. Some exclusive that's probably very rarely been played, if been played on the internet at all. So we're going to go ahead and rock that shit. And then after that, we're going to play a track with me and Rob White that's featured is coming soon to radios near you, baby. Now check this out. We got oh shit, he's got this big ass fucking, hold on, let me download this and pop it in right quick. Alright, so hold on. I'm gonna play this track right quick. But yeah, this is Mozzie, bro. This motherfucker cold, man. I met him with That Dorky Review Show in the comment section. We ended up making some music together, and we ended up hopping on a Cypher together, and that shit was chronic. Baby.
Spin the block, watch me hop out. Rock out, my clock out. Niggas run when I pop out. ARPs where the stock out. 223s ready knock out. 556 lay your block down. Ride around with the top down. Stabbing shit, never lacking. Ayo dudes, tell these niggas watch out. Some I did with your mother's mouth. Fuck up, I'm not giving clout. I told my son bring the guns out. From New York, so I seatbelt. Anything that you beat bout. Crip walking on T-bout. We busting grades, we don't zip walk. Got the game in a zip lock. Straight switch, no rim shots. Stop spinning blocks till my world stop. I'm spotter, I'm a top shotter. Spinning blocks, throwing hot lava. Bag your bitch, let her suck me off. I call the streets, little Lady Gaga. Big scope, I'ma hit his mata. Keep a switch, 30s, make him salsa. Dirty dancing, we can do this proper. Box it out, we can get the knock. My gun of choice be a big chopper. You gon' die, nigga, fuck a doctor. Set him up like a helicopter. I'm spotter, rockets ready dropping. I'm from the Apple, bitch, I'm ready riding like. Stop until we catch the ops. Spin the block 2 times and then we rock. Don't stop until we catch the.
I need a verse on this.
When they get it with the pyramid of the second individual, we're gonna rock like a ritual. But if it's a bitch, then I'm about to run when I wake up in the morning, got a cup of the syllables, a torch, and the bitch, and the bucks, and the time, and the minute, and death, and the souls, and the money, big cost.
Aim for the head when I'm gripping it to the I say with a 50. Ready for beef, I feel like I'm Biggie, you ready for war. Try to come get me, I smell pussy, this shit be tempting. Bullet on niggas like Captain, nuts on the face, I'm dipping. Twisted like Duffel, we flipping. Salute to my niggas, they gripping. We knocking shit out of the park like Ripken. Smoking your dead, my prescription. A Puerto Rican, so I cook 'em like chicken. Pin 'em up, crucifixion. Niggas ain't tough, so I'm leaving them missing. Check my depiction. Bullet my dick and she kissing, then she go missing. I ain't done till I finish the mission. Show my homie better play your position. Grip the 30 pistol, niggas jurisdiction. Trigger finger got the friction. Presidential gas smoking on Nixon. Niggas gotta die, that's an eviction. I got addiction to play the game like I'm blitzing. Touchdown, my wrist rigid. ARP the same size as a midget. Fit it in half like I'm doing division. Give me the crab, give me the riches. This a big slap shitting on bitches like.
Now you an asshole for not getting me on this one. That's dope. Yeah, that was solid. My bad for spitting over your first like 6 bars, but just trying to show you what I would have snapped out of that. Woo! But I smoked that beat with you, boy. they'd have had to do 2 funerals for that motherfucker, 4 eulogies. I'm just saying, bro, rest in peace that beat, Mozzie murdered that bitch. You know, I just love your violent ass fucking voice, man. You just sound like you're gonna punch me in the face. I love it. Like, I think if we shot a music video together, I'd have to let you punch me in the face. You know what I'm saying? Just really hard. And then you gotta let me drop kick you, like full force in front of the camera. I think both of these things for a music video would make people spread that shit around the world a million times. No pulled punches. Like, I'm talking about some straight up, like, you know, Chinese action film shit. I could take a punch, you know what I'm saying? Like, literally, we'll get a fucking, whatchamacallit, like the phantom camera, that slow down shit, you know what I'm saying? And we'll just fucking, like, have it like we sitting there spitting in a battle rap or something, and you just go, BOW! And I was like, oh, all right? And just drop kick you, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm telling you, I think that if we don't fake it and we show that it happened and people have to like really question, they'll sit down with their expert friends, you know what I'm saying, their fucking action armchair friends, and be like, yo, how the fuck did he do that? You know what I'm saying? That didn't seem fake. I'm telling you, bro, we just get violent. I've always wanted to do something where I just like paid for a place for a music video. Like, I know now they got them break shit rooms and stuff like that, but I'm talking about like, I want to, like, set up a party. I don't know. Obviously, I don't have the money for this. I want to have, like, an entire party set up with punch bowls and people drinking and music playing and DJ and all that cool shit. And just come through that bitch with the crew in slow motion to just fucking break everything. A bitch slap glasses out of people's hands and just slow motion liquids flying everywhere and broken glass, punching the DJ out of his headphones. You know what I'm saying? I want to have a music video like that. Don't go stealing my ideas either. Like, just some straight up fucking not even thug life, just like fuck the law. You know what I'm saying? Just like, I know everybody in the world would feel that shit because you just want to do that one day. It'd be like one of those things where like the video starts and I'm just having a shitty day at work. You know what I'm saying? And then my homies, it just has like a little mini story of them having a shitty day at work. And then we all meet up to smoke a blunt and then somebody fucking flips us off in traffic or something. And then we just snap, follow them to the party and just break their party in half. You know what I'm saying? I think that would be a funny ass video, bro. I'd love that shit. Because, you know, that's the one thing that, you know, when I'm sober and at work and running, or not sober, but, you know, just like running around at work and stuff and just doing life, listening to music is different. But when sometimes I'll you know, chill with the friends, we'll take a bunch of dabs, or, you know, like sometimes I'll drink in the weekends and we'll listen to music. And when you're watching a music video for a song that you didn't even realize had a music video under the influence, it is so much different. It's almost like being a kid again. You know what I'm saying? And they're like, oh, this is a world premiere. Fucking Tupac. Oh, shit. California love. Night, what's up, baby? Sprite is my spirit animal, traveling and long living. All right, damn, I've been missing out on a lot of shit going on in these comments. Hold on. So anyways, while I read these comments right quick, I'm going to play that suggested track. This is me and Rob White. This is called War With Me. Check this out, y'all. Rob killed this shit, bruh.
Move. You don't want to be the one to test me. Evidently you've been doing song, fool. All the say you love it don't affect me. You don't gotta worry, they gon' recognize the king when I step into the middle with the strap up. Anybody killing for a living, if you wanna mention me, then you better bring it back up. Mama to kill him, I'll bring Robert. Kinda hard to fight when you're unconscious. Death will be the only goal accomplished. Fuck with the dirt, wanna put you in the coffin. Baby, like you still with the darkness. You know when I find out where my heart is. Killing everything I do regardless. I gotta get my numbers up and fill it in my pockets. Masked up when I'm rolling. Like the last time I got COVID. It's the last time and I'm roaming. Do my black ops to my soldiers. Murderous with the intent when I'm killing them humans and nothing. I'm 1 in a million bodies are heavy. Feel like when I'm drilling them ain't for the top of my porch on the pinnacle. I'm wrecking the beat. Rest in the peace, no one ever believed. Someone like me would have left in the streets. Now they go listen to record repeat. We are your path to destruction. Bring war, bring death and abundance. They don't wanna war with me. No, they don't wanna war with me. No, they don't wanna war with me. No, they don't wanna.
and spend it again. I don't got time for no friends, I don't got time to pretend. Hopping up out of the bench, you do me wrong, I ain't making amends. I don't got time to pretend, I don't got time to be shaking no hands. As a matter of fact, I don't got time for no friends. You heard what I said? I gotta go, I gotta get to the bread. The shit that I'm cooking ain't muffins. These rappers soft like stuffing, softer than Chinese dumplings. That ain't bosses, they mumbly, really ain't saying nothing. Say they do this, say they got that, literally they be frontin'. Hitting me up, calling my jack, begging me if I confront them. Hitting me up, calling my jack, begging me if I confront them. I am a beast, I am an animal, who let me out of the dungeon?
We are your path to destruction. Bring war, bring death in abundance. They don't wanna war with me, no, no. They don't wanna war with me, no, no. They don't wanna war with me, no, no. They don't wanna war with me.
Sorry, guys. What can I say? Sometimes I like to play around. Yeah, see, you look. Sprite had a crazy ass car accident. The fact that she's able to travel around and make some moves right now is crazy, bro. I'm hope you out there and enjoying that shit. In fact, you tune into my podcast right now, I feel a little honored. You supposed to be out there on a healing mission. What the hell you doing listening to my toxic ass? No, I'm just kidding, bro. Man, everybody in my team is making moves. Everybody that I'm associated with is making moves. I'm happy about this shit. I'm a little sad that money is as low as it is in the game. You know what I'm saying? Some people are making more than others and probably don't deserve it. And a lot of people that deserve mad funds is sitting here settling for 5, 10, 20,000 fucking, you know, like, dude, like Dorky, bro. Like, he should have, like, not a syndicated, we don't want it to be fucking, you know, corporate. But he should have, like, 100,000 people up in that bitch. It should be hard as fuck to get on the Dorky Review Show. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just does it well. But then it probably wouldn't be the Dorky Review Show, I guess. You know? And then, you know, this podcast, like, when it's too much, it's too much. You know what I'm saying? I've had way too many people in here trying to talk at once. Shit, I got 3 of y'all talking back and forth and me trying to keep up is crazy. I don't understand how these big content creators do, you know, 700 people talking at once. Shit's nuts. But yeah, man, fucking seeing everybody in their own space making moves and solidifying their shit, fortifying their castle. I love seeing that shit, man. You know, talking about, you know, the doubts and the failures and the losses and the wins and the triumphs and the victories, you know, a little while ago. And, you know, everybody's come to this point now where all we have to do is make money and make music. You know what I'm saying? Like, all that drama bullshit, we don't need none of that. We don't, you know, obviously having fun for some diss tracks or some, you know, some battle shit, that's totally different. But motherfuckers out here in these streets shooting each other over fucking bitches or fucking shit they said or shit they did that's fucking, you know, super, super easily fought with fists. Or people canceling people for fucking some dumb shit they said that they obviously don't still agree with. You know, I don't know, there's so many examples of people just being shitty in so many different categories. It's just like, we could just not, you know what I'm saying? We could just, hey, what state do you live in? All right, you know, what venues do you have available? All right, bet. Shit, how much does it cost for that venue? All right, you got any connects to anybody around that bitch? All right, let's put together something. I got a couple of connects. Bam, we got one place. Talk to somebody else in another state. You know, what the fuck you got going on there? All right, well, here's what I got. Here's what I'm trying to do. Bam, you know, a couple conversations later, a couple phone calls, a little spreading some money around. You got a tour going. You know what I'm saying? You know, you take a couple of the greatest minds in the internet and some of the most driven artists and then put them in the same Zoom call and have them come up with a cohesive plan. Bam, you got a fucking record label. I'm just saying, bro. But you divide everybody and tell them that this person thinks that and believes in this. You know what I'm saying? Oh, they do what? Oh, hell no. They can stay over there. Shit, I try to invite the most, I don't know, unique people in my life. You know what I'm saying? I want people. I don't care that you're I don't want what I don't want is Xanax heads and heroin addicts. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't one of those, I'm interested. You know what I'm saying? I hate people in a group session, but individually, most humans are pretty interesting. You know, fairly interesting. And most of the people I know are so unique. They have their own brand, their own style, their own taste, their own flavor. But at the same time, we all can easily get along, and we could all have disagreements and agreements. But there's so many people on the other end of that spectrum that kind of toxify and just waste the time of us that are all trying to make these kind of things happen. Is just, people have the inability to accept, fuck ups or downfalls or opposite beliefs or, I just don't get it. I don't understand. Like, the whole, Christian Muslim thing back in like the 90s. And then the whole fucking, Crip Blood thing, the whole black white thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, to be honest with you, if, D-Menace in the building, what's up, bro? If all these entities would have tried to figure out some kind of mutual, agreement of some sort, think about the possibilities that the Bloods and the Crips could have did for their communities. You know what I'm saying? If they were to work together and be like, okay, if we are going to do drugs, let's do it this way, which there's a couple examples of that. There's, gangster disciples here, vice lords there, fucking Crips there, Bloods here, that'll donate and shit, to their communities that they grew up and stuff. But think about if they were completely on the same page, how much things could have been accomplished. You know what I'm saying? How neighborhoods could have had like a secondary police force. You know what I'm saying? If motherfuckers is, doing it right, if you had a good vibe. Because think about right after, Sprite, this is D-Menace. D-Menace is from Killers Don't Talk, KDT. He's, what I'm saying, one of the respected people in my circle. I fuck with this guy, you know what I'm saying? He's solid. D-Menace, this is Sprite. She's a good rapper and a content creator and a fellow advocate for good bars. She has a podcast and a music review kind of mixture kind of thing. You should definitely stop through whenever you see that thing pop up. You know what I'm saying? There. I did a little network in there. How you like that? I'm on A&R. I manage Ty the Tyrant Gavin. That's funny. I actually heard Ty the Tyrant in a different from somewhere else the other day. So let him know that. There's probably some important feedback, some data. Because a lot of artists that, are dope that I hear about from a person, I only hear about from that person and now me. You know what I'm saying? And the other day, his name popped up in a conversation I was having or listening to. One or the other. I listen to a lot of podcasts and interviews and shit. And I was like, I know that name. And then I was like, oh, fucking Sprite. So anyways, yeah. So he's doing something right because two different sources unconnected. Because I'm 100% sure you're not connected to this other person. They're in this state. For sure. Because whoever I was talking to or listening to was talking about something about Spice One coming to the Hive studio. I remember that was in the same conversation. Anyways, so what are you doing currently right now? Everybody that's watching this, what are you currently, where are you? Are you in a hotel room? You in your room? Are you in the living room? You in your car? What are you doing? I'm curious. You know what I'm saying? Because that's another thing that I like to think about artists that I enjoy. Maybe 3 times a month, I'll think about Tech Nine or Chad Gray or, you know what I'm saying, sometimes even Eminem or whoever's name pops up in the zeitgeist, in my own zeitgeist, not like the news or something. I'll be like, damn, I wonder what Marilyn Manson's doing right now. Like currently, right now. I wonder if he's fucking, what is it, 9/14? Let's pretend it's 9/14 wherever he's at. Is he eating a good meal? Is he having a conversation with somebody? Is he snorting coke? I can't even talk. Is he snorting blow off of a hooker's ass and getting his dick sucked? Is he in the recording studio? You know what I'm saying? I wonder all the time. In the lab working on that dice track. Oh, boy! Oh, which beat did you end up taking? 1, 2, or 3? I'm curious for that, because I think that third one was just. Ooh. I was listening to it on my JBL at work. I got this little JBL one. Yeah, I knew it. That one, it just has them fucking feels, bro. You and Dice are gonna murder that shit. Another Detroit legend. You know what I'm saying? Dice is dope. Yo, loading up my daughter's splatter guns. What are splatter guns? I don't know what splatter guns are. You have to elaborate on that. I'm in an Airbnb in Riverside, California till Monday. Bet. How's your Airbnb? Like, how many rooms? Is it got a pool? Like is this like a vacation house, or is this just like, you know, an affordable spot to sleep in while you're in there? I'm just curious. I have an iPad in a cell, and it's 6:15 p.m. Ty the Tyrant is getting ready to fly out to New York the next few days from AZ. All right, Orbis. Oh, Orbis. That's them. I know what you're talking about now. Bet. All right, shit. That's what's up. Everybody out there in this universe, fucking making some moves and shit. Obviously, you see what I'm doing. I don't know what the rest of the plan is for the night. I fell asleep at the desk waiting for someone to call, and I guess other things happened, so I didn't get the call. Otherwise, I would have woke up. I had my speakers on blast, and I was in my chair. Man, yeah, I had such a weird night yesterday, or such a weird day and night yesterday. So yesterday, throughout the day, I took a mini nap on accident. Not even a long one, like 3 or 4 hours. And then about 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm like, I'm not tired at all. Fuck. And I literally laid down and tried to go to sleep until like 4. And at that point, I kind of just gave up on that whole thing. I'm like, fuck. So I just got some caffeine in my system, turned on the video game and played it until it was time to go to work. Got to work, dragging ass. I definitely should not have drove. It was probably unsafe. I didn't, fall asleep at the wheel, but there's strong potential of it. I had to make sure I just pretended like my eyeballs were gonna fucking, be sucked in or something. So I just had my shit stretched. Windows all the way fully down, wind blowing in my face, ice cold wind. So I made sure I was up. And then when I got to work, I took a no-dose tablet and then fucking made it through work. And obviously that thing kicked in. And it was just fine. I got home from work and I sat in this chair and I was just waiting for this call. So I just popped on some, I think I was watching, what's his name? Andrew Schultz. I watch that Flagrant podcast, Flagrant 2, all the time. No, they just brought it back. They just brought No Dose back. I swear to God. Because, man, Eminem used to say that shit all the time when I popped them No Dose pills. I don't know. He always, used to drop No Dose and shit. And I only took those one time when he mentioned those. Them and Mini Thins. Those still exist, too. He was like, any man that will run in front of a minivan for 2 pain pills and a bottle of Mini Thin is fucking crazy. But no, No Dose, they just brought it back, and yeah, that shit does work. Vivarin. No, I don't. I don't think I remember that. Vivarin. What was that? What kind of medication was it? I'm just out of curiosity. But yo, hold up. So, Courtesy Cthulhu coming soon. I do have some shits for y'all, so check this out. This is Better Ask Somebody.
Yo,
available in 9 days.
For my practitioners, my rap listeners. Some of us are built different. The way I structure every bar is syllable cause alarm. They say I should be charged a criminal from the content. The cancel culture wanna burn me like a witch's convent. Author of the sinister appalling literature that people wanna burn me at the stake for. Instead of eating at the same table and create more. Now it's time to balance the scales. I came to wage war. Catch 'em out jogging, beating the death of the skateboard. This game lame, what would I participate for? Everybody fake, slithering and selling snake oil. Stepped at me and bent my vocal come out to be a claymore. In a fight, you get your bones crushed against the rain core. I brainstorm, causing hurricane force winds. On my dick rider, still hanging on my foreskin. You wonder when if you can morph in the tunnel through time and tell my mom to get another abortion.
That go for anybody.
Slaughtering targets, every job I get is obvious. I promise my squad is coming and no one's surviving it. I'll bring an ninja to slit your esophagus. Watching Metropolis crumble with just a couple of my operatives. Ominous presence, I'll step in the room and respect is shown. My music plays, bob your head until your neck get broke. Let it go where you get handled, it's the plan. I got a gun, it doesn't matter if you practice in Japan. In this rap shit, I don't wanna battle with you, man. I bring an avalanche of pain to you sacrificial lambs. Tattoos to the hands, I'll be willing to come and deal with you. Diligent killer, catching more bodies than necrophilia. Filling you full of holes, hole clipping your spinal cord. In the time of war, you're a tiger and I'm a dinosaur. A rap connoisseur, ready to go get it. I've been 10 toes ridden so long, my socks got holes in them.
That go for anybody.
Just so you know. Yeah, man, I found those fucking scratches, found out what BPM they were, and fucking built that whole beat around that bitch. I just had to. I actually got another one that's very similar. Check this. Oh, actually,
think about it.
No, you know what? I'm about to give y'all something extra exclusive, just because y'all are in here and y'all are the truth. If you guys been following my my series of Lavish Lives. I dropped Lavish Life on 12th Gate, Lavish Life 2 on Alphabet Alchemist, and on Courtesy of Cthulhu, I'm not going to have one. Oh, no. But I do have one. I do have part 3, and I'm about to play it right here exclusively. Just for you guys. Check this out. Lavish Life Part 3, baby.
I'm living a lavish life, living a lavish life, I'm living a lavish life, yeah. Chillin' with a peach pina colada.
Once upon a time, a while ago, I got my bank filled. Money never dry, getting high, blowing dank still. I never cared how it happened in the first place. No more worst case scenario, look at Dirt's place. I had a whole construction team of 7 architects. Blue accessories, all white like an Arctic breath. Michelin star chefs, on call all night and day. No more ramen noodles for dinner, cooked in the microwave. So now what I order, top of the list. Like what you want for lunch? I don't know, lobster and shrimp. Like fuck copping a whip. I want a Lamborghini limousine just for bumping music in. Like listen to the engine scream. 90 inches, every room I got a different screen. Mostly by myself, cause company loves misery. And for the rest of my life, I'm only living dreams. Until the day whatever God you worship intervenes.
I'm living a lavish life, living a lavish life, I'm living a lavish life, yeah.
Chillin' with a peach pina colada.
I'm living a lavish life, living a lavish life, I'm living a lavish life, yeah.
Chillin' with a peach pina colada.
I ain't selfish, I promise I spread the love. I don't mean golf when I say I bought J and set the clubs. Selling stocks and property, now I'm set of drugs. Does that pool change colors? You can bet it does. When it comes to spending the mean business, I'm coming to cop a fleet of different color G6s. Maybe a couple yachts, taking overseas. Sixes, buying all the property you can have wherever beach isn't. I buy a car for every rapper to mention me. For 420, you buy a night at a dispensary. And Jay's mama new Bentley, cause it match her clothes. Every day is magical, better than I imagine, yo. I love my wife, I bought her a throne for Christmas. She was waving at me from a private flight, blowing kisses. All I know is this shit really is living lavish. Ain't it? Oops, I made $1 million while I was masturbating.
I'm living a lavish life, living a lavish life, I'm living a lavish life, yeah.
One of my favorite yet, man. I don't know. There's something about it. You just gotta be in the vibes, man. It just so happened that I wrote 50 songs, and in none of that entire space and time did I have the vibes to write the third Lavish Life. I'm not gonna waste those. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm only gonna hit those when I feel like it. And you have to be in them certain vibes. I think the first one was inspired by Action Bronson. Not by his music, but by watching Fuck That's Delicious. I was just watching Fuck That's Delicious, and I was like, Man, I know these motherfuckers is like not super rich, but that's how I would that's how I'd live if I had money, bro. It'd just be me, my fucking family, and my rapper friends, bro, and we just go everywhere. We'd hire a camera crew and just, I swear to God, we'd do that shit. It wouldn't be about food, it'd be about all kinds of shit. We wouldn't film all the time, but we'd have a camera crew on deck 24 hours. You know what I'm saying? We have motherfuckers just Wavy or somebody just fucking around, and you know, I always thought that if I had bread, the kind of shit, like if I had billions, the kind of shit I'd spend. Because if I had millions, I'd probably spend not frivolously. You know what I'm saying? I'd, you know, buy like a okay house and own it, and an okay nice car and own it, and then probably a nicer car and lease it or whatever the fuck, and never drive it, only for special occasions. And that'd probably be it on like the flashy front. I'd buy some, like, I'd go to Walmart and buy like a, you know what I'm saying, $200, $300 chain that looks good. You know what I'm saying? Nice, long, looks good. Doesn't have to be expensive. You know what I'm saying? I don't really care. And then, you know what I'm saying, I'd go to a local, you know, jeweler, or, you know, like somebody that could make me like a real gold, you know, Dirty B Beats fucking, you know, emblem. And that's probably it. You know, I like watches because they tell time, so I probably have a nice watch. But other than that, I don't think I would blow money on dumb shit. All my money would be like investments in things that I know that I can eventually make more money off of. Like, I'd invest in my studio. If my friends had a good idea and I think is probably plausible, we could put it together, I'd fucking do something like that. You know what I'm saying? I would, you know, probably boost this podcast up to the point where I can put on artists. You know what I'm saying? Where I could be like, yo, I'm gonna pop on some Dirty B Beats, bro. Fucking kill that shit. You know, whatever the fans say. You know what I'm saying? If they think you need that beat in your life, bro, we gonna give it to you. Whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? I would love to do something like that, but it takes money to do shit like that. And the universe doesn't tend to give people that have good intentions good money. Them people fight hard for it, and then by the time they get it, they change their plans. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know. I don't think I would. I think I'd, because I have a code. I've passed up so many good opportunities that were, well, you know, good to some, but to me they were against my code, and I don't regret that. You know, I do sometimes think of, damn, what would I have done with that money? Probably blew it. Probably fucked myself. Probably been in a shitty contract for a long time. Probably would have spent my rest of my life regretting it hard as fuck. But the fact that I saw the possibility of fuckery was in, plus my uncle read the contract, that he was like, yeah, seeing what you think it is, this is what it is. I was like, yeah, that's a thing too, but not for me. Yeah, so basically the first good contract I was offered, it was $4 million. And 2 years is what it said. But here's all the stipulations. So within these 2 years, you have to deliver one album. One album. And you have to do certain obligations like interviews and concerts and stuff like that. But the part that gets fucky is that, first of all, taxes come out. So you're not getting all the $4 million. Second of all, you have to pay for your studio time, and since you're under contract with that record label, I'm not going to say their name, you have to use their studio. Do you want to know how much they are? Do you want to know how much they are? It is $1,000 for a 4-hour block. It's fucking nuts, bro. And then it's additional money for mixing and mastering. If you want features, you have to pay the artist, you have to pay the label, you have to pay all these fucking middlemen in between to get a goddamn feature for your album. All right, now, all that stuff comes out of your money. Now, another thing, when you go on tour, now, I left those juicy part for the end, I'm going to let you know, but when you're on tour, you have to pay for your own food, for your own fun. You get, you know what I'm saying, the bus, you get the venues, you get the promotion. That's done for you. Everything in between is totally on you, bro. Every fucking thing. Everything. Including the hotels most of the time. Sometimes record labels will have you booked in hotels, but for the most part, they'll just be like, you got money, get a hotel, bitch. Anyways, and I didn't read that far into the contract to see if any of that was covered. But anyways, here's the big twist. In this contract, it says that if you don't make them their money back that they gave you, then you owe them that money back that's not paid plus interest, and the interest is fucking insane. It was like 23% or 53% or some shit like that. It was nuts. I just knew that when my uncle told me the calculation, I was like, dude, that's more, no, hell no. What the fuck? So basically, if I can't promise that my music is going to sell and I'm going to make them X amount of dollars, then it's going to come out of my ass. And I don't got nothing. You're giving me everything I got. So, and if you're telling me, so I'll have the most bare bones, if I have to work in the constraints of the money you've given me and also live my life, then I'm going to have a bare bones shitty album nobody's going to fucking buy. And I'm gonna be able to live my life and have music out for your contract. But here's the problem: if I want and nobody's gonna play that shit. If I want the people to play the shit, I'm gonna have to spend a lot of money, get a lot of dope producers on there. I'm gonna have to buy a bunch of sick ass features because people that don't know me yet, so I'm introducing myself to this huge market. You guys know me, but obviously, like something like being signed to a record label, you're just being introduced. That's not a thing usually nowadays, but I don't know. So you'd have to spend all this money to do this to make this album work. And then your life sucks. You have no money. You spent all your money on this album and on tour, and now you get home to your house that you were renting. You're back to living how you were, with just maybe a couple extra dollars in the bank account that you got to save just in case. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to. I just saw my life. I saw that whole road. I saw myself becoming a bitter, wasted piece of shit of a rapper. Rather than, I'd rather be a failed entrepreneur than a sellout, useless piece of shit that just gave away my dream. You know what I'm saying? I whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, because music, like I told you earlier, I almost fucking damn near cried about it. Like, if you were to remove my ability to make music, I wouldn't breathe. I wouldn't make life anymore. It just wouldn't be a thing. So, I don't know. I think I'm going to leave it with that. I think I'm going to end this tonight with that thought. Just think about this. Music is an entity that requires all of us. We are its DNA. You know what I'm saying? So if we work together, this body can live forever. But if we start going against each other, that can become cancerous cells. And you could cause tumors. You know what I'm saying? And you don't want to know what those tumors are in this rap game. So let's all be cohesive, work together, and further this shit. Let's stop, excommunicating our friends over dumb shit, because I've done it too. I've tried to reach out recently to some people that I've felt like it was stupid. I haven't got any response back yet. But anyways, I try to do that shit. So I recommend you guys try to do something similar to that in your life with music. You know what I'm saying? And look at the people that you used to make music with. Look where you are now. Be appreciative of that. And if there's any ability for you to, without toxifying your life, because I know how it is with a lot of music relationships, try to reach out to some of those people and see what the fuck they're doing. Because I, often get curious about some of my ex, group members that I don't hate, but we just don't communicate. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. You guys keep on making good music, keep on making good content, keep on living your life, enjoy your happiness and your freedoms. Good night. I hope your entire week goes amazing. Peace out.